Proxies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zeno, and I genuinely believe that Silver Soldier Anby has one of the brightest futures in Zenless Zone Zero right now. And as a massive Anby fan, I have never been more excited or just more hopeful for what's to come. So in today's video, I just wanted to share my thoughts from a casual player's perspective on Silver Soldier Anby. She is a top 5 favorite character for me. I have her extremely well built, and I enjoy every chance I get to play with her. Of course, I do have my gripes here and there, whether that's in regards to her playstyle or her mechanics, but that's also why I'll be summoning myself in the upcoming patch to support Anby. I want to make her shine like the silver star she truly is, just like regardless, because she's a mega favorite for me. And the main reason that I'm making this video is because recently I watched a video from Flossin, a bigger CC who I actually really enjoy and I've watched for a very long time, especially because he's also a Soldier 11 main, but his video touched on a lot of his frustrations with Anby, whether it was her gameplay, her team options, or just like overall performance. And towards the end of the video, it kind of sounded almost like buyer's remorse, which is totally fair, by the way, from his perspective. And honestly as well, I didn't even disagree with a lot of the points that he brought up. But as I'm someone that tends to lean more on the positive side of things, just for better or worse, I think that mindset's just more healthier for the game and the community. But I thought now would be the perfect time to share my own perspective on Anby as the conversation's now circling the community, especially as Seed and Orphie are about to release because they're just around the corner. I was originally going to make a video on Anby in the next week or so anyway before Seed drops, but now might just be the perfect opportunity. So, who is Silver Soldier Anby? She is an electric DPS who specializes in aftershock damage as her main gimmick. Now, the big talking point right now is her future. In patch 2.2, we're getting 2 premium S-rank agents, Seed and Orphie, who both directly buff, enhance, or just synergize with aftershock teams in a whole in different ways that we haven't seen before, and I just think that's huge. This is why I think the current discussion around Anby should be framed with some patience. Within just a couple of weeks, the teams that she'll fit into and her overall performance could look completely different. Now, when Anby first dropped, I actually mentioned this in a first impressions video that I did, that she was missing some key pieces to like really shine, alongside some gameplay frustrations in her Silver Star Mark gimmick. Now, the Silver Star thing, it still holds up. I think it doesn't feel quite as natural as some of the other agents. I find myself, I've been playing her the last few days, especially to prep for this video, just to reacquaint myself with her, and I find myself taking more damage or resetting runs with Anby more than any other unit in my entire roster. It obviously could just be a skill issue, but I don't find Anby unfun to play. But against certain types of enemies or bosses, I definitely see myself button mashing more than anyone else that I've ever used so far since I've started the game. As for key pieces, Trigger ended up being the missing puzzle piece at the time. Now, Trigger let Anby do what she did best. She stayed on field, she racks up her Silver Star Mark, she unleashes huge damage, and while Trigger stays off field, providing daze, more electrical build-up, and just buffs both inside and outside of the stun window. At the time, this was fine. I slotted in Astra as a third unit because Astra's broken. I tried Nicole, I tried Caesar, I've used Lucy, I've even used Titty Kitty, Polkara, because I built her to M6 and I wanted to use her. All of these work pretty okay to great, but they didn't push Anby to her full potential. The real issue was that Aftershock as a whole was kind of semi-abandoned for a while, and any new units that held Aftershock in their kits barely helped Anby's core DPS playstyle, like if at all. Now, the future. Now with Seed and Orphie on the horizon, Anby fans finally have some premium options. Pre-release information, of course. We don't know exactly where their final kits will land, which combinations will be the most optimal, or even if like Seed herself will completely replace Anby as the main electrical crit-based DPS in Obel Squad or the new Eridu, whatever it is, like the, faction. That's kind of like my nightmare scenario from a meta perspective, honestly. But even then, both Seed and Orphie open up incredible opportunities for players. Just like how Trigger did before, they will boost Anby's overall damage, they will improve team flow, give her more flexible team compositions, more synergy, more options, more fun. This might not fix some of the gameplay issues that people have with Silver Soldier Anby's kit, but those are quality of life fixes the devs can fix at any time, and it's not exactly in tandem with the teammates that are arriving soon. Side note, I do hope they eventually maybe look at some of the feedback and maybe tweak some of Anby's stuff a little bit, because I do think she needs a little bit more love. For me personally though, I already have Anby invested with her signature, I have Trigger with her signature, and at the very, very least, I'll be picking up Orphie and her signature. Seed's kind of up in the air purely because I personally just spent heavily on Alice and Yuzuha, and you know, I don't really have a lot of polys left. But one way or another, I'm going to be making Anby shine better than she currently does in the coming patch. Now, the biggest struggle people have with Anby right now, one of them anyway, is simply a time factor. As of recording this, her only true premium partner is Trigger, who dropped in the same patch. Everything else, Astra, Caesar, Nicole, etc., are just generic premium supports. They don't interact with Aftershock directly. They're good because they as an agent and their kits are good, not because they're good with Anby. It's been about 4 months now since Anby's release. 4 months without a single new unit that helps Anby directly. That's like a really long wait for players who have invested in her, expecting she'd feel more powerful and more comfortable in endgame and the different content in the months to come. Now in just one single patch, like that wait's completely over. For the first time, Anby players will have real variety. You can do team comps such as Anby Trigger Seed, Anby Trigger Orphie, Anby Seed Orphie, Anby Seed Astra, Anby Orphie Astra. And that's not even just accounting for the Obel squad or non-Anby variations like Soldier 11 and Seed or Trigger, or Soldier 11 Orphie Trigger. So the possibilities are finally opening up for both Anby and myself, like Soldier 11 mains as well. So I'm really excited about that. But Anby still has some quality of life issues in her kit that I'd love to see smoothed out. However, she's about to get the biggest buff she's ever had, and her teams are about to diversify, her damage is about to rise, and more importantly, she's about to feel probably more fun and more flexible than ever. I think people sometimes forget that ZZZ doesn't release bad units, they just sometimes release them with bad timing, and Anby is the face of ZZZ. She's been front and center in trailers, icons, promotional material and art, merch since day one. The devs clearly have a love and soft spot for Anby. I don't believe for a second that they want her S-rank version to feel like a mistake or wasted potential, or have players feeling like buyer's remorse when Seed releases. So yes, she's been a victim of timing. 4 months without a real support's been brutal, but now her future's basically here, and I think that she's about to pop off. Now, if after Seed and Orphie, Anby still feels weak or overshadowed, especially against Seed, then yeah, we'll have a serious discussion about what the devs are doing. But until then, I'm going to stay positive, I'm going to stay hopeful, I'm going to stay excited, right? Because every time I have doubted ZZZ before in the last year plus, the community or the devs cook up some insane team comps and way to use these characters that always prove me wrong anyway. But at the end of the day, this is just a casual chat about Anby, just to share some positivity before the changes in her kit and just my perspective as someone who has her and Trigger. So again, now I pass it to you. What do you guys think about Anby's future? What are your thoughts on her gameplay issues? Do you finally see Anby rising the ranks as a better meta pickup and not just a fan favorite? Let me know down in the comments section below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and just ZZZ content in general. I'd like to get more involved in the community because I really love this game. And yeah, that's about it. I think I'll leave it there. So thank you so much for watching and or listening. And as always, my name is Zeno, and you guys take care now.